Stakes. Won by some of the biggest names in Australian racing through the years. Pericles goes up with Mark Zara and Munamek is the last one. The Group 1, 1400, and they're set. They are ready and they're racing, and Mr. Brightside dwelt was the second last out. A tissue goes back to the end. V8 jumped well with Pride of Jenny. Buffalo River keeps itself up there on the inside, a length away out wide. Ayrton's pushing up. They were followed by Pericles outside of Mr. Brightside, a length and a quarter Munamek. Then Bustler a tissue last. Pride of Jenny's going to lead and eventually crosses Buffalo River with Ayrton the outside. They're a length and a half in front of V8 with a lovely trail. Then Mr. Brightside, who got to fifth, a length and a quarter Pericles, Bustler a tissue, Munamek is last. Pride of Jenny the front runner, 800 metres to go by a length and a quarter. In second, Buffalo River. Ayrton is third. It's been a strong tempo. A length and a half to V8, 6 off the front, tracked by Mr. Brightside, 2 lengths off the 3-year-old. A length and a half Pericles, and then came Bustler, Munamek, and a tissue's a long way off the leader. Pride of Jenny, 500 to go, a length Buffalo River, 2.5 Ayrton, followed by V8. Next in the field, Mr. Brightside with 6 lengths to pick up, and back behind them Pericles. Pride of Jenny joined by Buffalo River, 250 metres to go. It's last man standing, 2 lengths to Ayrton, V8, and Mr. Brightside is coming on now. Buffalo River at the 150. Pride of Jenny won't give in, and now Mr. Brightside is sprouting wings. Here he comes, Mr. Brightside over the top. He got up, Mr. Brightside. I think Mr. B's back in town. Beat Pride of Jenny and also Buffalo River. Then V8, Ayrton, Pericles, Bustler, Munamek, and a tissue was last.
A great horse wins a great horses race. The 100th edition of the C.F.O. Stakes. It'll send shivers down your spine. 185 the numbers across the line, and Mr. Brightside is able to reel in the leaders in Pride of Jenny and Buffalo River, who also look like all stakes winners for stages for much of the Caulfield Straight. But there's no denying Mr. Brightside. He won the Memsey here in the spring, that after winning a PB Lawrence. Today he grabs his 5th Group 1, the second of them over the Caulfield 1400. He gives Lindsay Park their 8th win in the All Stakes, but their first for 29 years. It's hard to believe they haven't won this race since a Melbourne Cup winner in June did back in 1995. Gentleman Roy was first past the post in this race last year. He lost it in the steward's room, with Jacquino, of course, being elevated. There'll be no denying Mr. Brightside. He is the winner of the 100th All Stakes. Will Evans, his strapper, has been a big part of the Mr. Brightside story since he set foot on Australian soil for Lindsay Park. He's with Jane Ivel.
A huge part of Mr. Brightside's story, and I know it's becoming a habit, Will, but I'm sure that winning big races like this with a horse that you love doesn't get lost on you.
He's an absolute freak. Like, he had to do it the tradesman's way today. He had to find everything he did. They went that quick, and he was off the bit a long way out, but he just knows where the winning post is.
I got goosebumps watching it. You're a little bit emotional, but that's what good horses do to you, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. We know he's been flying home, so just to get him here today and do that, yeah, it's amazing. So we just got to enjoy the ride.
Certainly do, and I'm sure there's more to come. We'll let you go and get him.
Thanks, Jane.
JD Hayes is just on the phone. He's going to hang up on, I'm going to guess it might have been twin brother Will in Thailand, but we'll get confirmation of that in a moment. 8th win for the family in this race. Your grandfather and your dad's great horses won this. What does it mean to have your great horse win this race?
No, he's just, like you said, he's a great horse. He's so dear to our hearts, and look, it panned out. It was slow away, but it worked out perfect with the pace on and Pride of Jenny was so brave there, but yeah, I was glad that he got there late, and so much improvement in him to come. Hopefully it's the start of a big autumn.
You're a cool, calm, collected customer at the best of times, but has there been any trepidation in his lead-up? For some, the jump-outs and trials maybe had a little bit of a question mark attached to them, but also just how that race was panning out, and whether, as he does so often, whether he could reel them in.
Oh, no, look, he's been beaten in the autumn every time first up, so if history repeats, he's actually, this is a first for him, and we're very happy to see that, but he's a seasoned campaigner now, and there was nothing to read into the trials and jump outs. We thought it was just a better map in for him being an older horse. And I'll just take this opportunity to thank everyone back home and all the clients supporting us. It's just such a team effort, and when a horse like Mr. Brightside's able to fly the flag, it gives us a reason to have a sore head in the morning.
Who was on the phone?
That was Ben. Yeah. The international tone slowed me up calling Will.
Just quickly, as you give Grace Ramage a deserved hug, prep from here in all likelihood, all going well, is Futurity All-Star